Hey, so I thought I would show everybody that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a great meal. If you're on a budget or whatever. I'm a student myself, so I don't have a lot of money, so I thought I'd make my beef stew here tonight. It'll give me food for a couple of days. It's actually not as expensive as it looks. Many of the ingredients are quite cheap. The most expensive bit is the nice piece of beef there, but yeah, that wasn't even that bad. But I'll put an entire list of the ingredients in the box below, so you can see what I've used. But this is where I'll start. So the first step is we need to chop these onions. They don't need to be chopped particularly well. You make them quite rough. That's what you like, because this is going to be slow cooked for quite a long time. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself some really good sharp, just one really good sharp knife. It will last you for many years and will make everything you do much easier. So I'm just thinking I'll do roughly chopped them. You see what I'm doing? Yes. Just score it like this. Get a good grip on your knife, like so. Don't grip it out here. In here, you have much better control. Just chop. Let the knife do the work. Don't force it, just roll it. I think that's what Gordon Ramsay also says. Use the knife, roll with it. Much easier, just roll. Just move that bit. I'll just do this with a couple more onions and I'll be back. Chopped all the onions, just reasonably chopped, nothing particularly fine. Now I've also sliced up the garlics into smaller pieces so it can fit into my my garlic press here. I will just press that straight into here. All of the garlic didn't come out. Fix that with a knife in a moment. For grease, I'll just use some plain sunflower oil. Well, a little squeeze of that at the bottom of the pan, pot even, and a spoon. I will, as you might, I'll start heating that up. As you see, I don't have particularly much space here, so you can make this without having a lot of room, or even a lot of tools. So while that heats up, onions need to be done. Oh, I see, I forgot to take out one thing. Canned tomatoes. Need that as well. Well, the main reason I'm doing this is to show that you can do this beautiful dish, very cheap, very simply. You don't really need a lot of skills. The hardest thing here is chopping the onions. Well, and you will need some patience, because this will take a while. The cooking part, not the preparing part. Listen to that sound. The onions are doing quite alright here. It's been heated up. Shut up. Just a little bit so they got a little bit soft. Not too much, because doesn't really matter to me. Anywho, now time to add the meat. Ooh, that's not the nice sound. Well, big chunk of beef. 3 cubes bouillon cubes, thick. So I'll need to add a 1.5 liters water and a couple of bay leaves for the lovely taste. Prepping the potatoes there. Yeah, and quite water. because I like mine with a bit of bite, I'll be adding some Cayenne pepper. This is a brand we have in Denmark. It's quite nice. So I'll take my little knife. I'll add, you just need about this much. It's quite potent. Quite potent stuff, Cayenne pepper. Yeah, because if you overdo it, you kind of ruin it. So this needs to simmer for, I think, an hour and a half. Then we'll look at it again. Now it started simmering. I just want to show you about this much is what you want. Nothing more than that. You don't back on the flame, not flame, heat. You don't want it to boil. You just want it to simmer. Here's a little trick. Put your spoon over like so. Lid on like that. There's a gap there because we want it to concentrate. Oh, that's not the right word. You want some water to evaporate over time. But yeah, I'll leave this for about an hour or so, and then we're going to skim off the surface. It's been about an hour now. I want to get some of all this. I want to skim the surface, get all this junk off. I'll take off bay leaves at the same time. Here you see all of this foam stuff. Not that appetizing. And yeah, taking the bay leaves out at the same time. And, I like the taste of it, so I could just leave it in, but I don't want it to be too overpowering, since this still needs to simmer for quite a few more hours. Yeah, speaking is hard. So yeah, just get rid of the worst of this now, all the onions. But yeah, this will make it a lot clearer. There. Let's just stir this a little bit with the meat. It still definitely needs a while on the simmer, but take this opportunity to add the tomatoes. Add a little bit of water so we can get the rest of the goodness up. Yeah. And that's going back on the heat now for many hours. Yeah, I'd say. Probably look at it again in 4. Yeah. The meat needs to be so tender that it will just break apart. And it's quite far away from that still. And there's still quite a lot of, yeah. I'll do spicing at the end. You're going to be wanting to cut both the carrots and the potatoes into small bits, like I'd say roughly this size. We'll be eating this with a spoon later, so you don't want big chunks that you can't really eat. But just chopping them up into, not really cubes, but smaller bits. You can easily eat in one mouthful. Same thing goes for potatoes. Just chop them up into, let's call it bite-sized pieces. No bigger than this, I would say. Yeah. That needs to be done with all of the carrots and potatoes I have here. All of the carrots and potatoes are now chopped into fine little pieces. Now we'll just have to wait for meat to be done. It's been about 4 hours since the last time, and it's tender enough now. That's good. I'm going to move it into this thing. Shred it. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll use 2 forks. Just shred it into smaller pieces. You could do this in the pot if you just. This is what you want. I've been poking it for every like 30 minutes for the last hour and a half till it got to this point. It's just really tender. Now that this is done, nice small pieces, I'll use the opportunity to come with me to do a rough tasting of this. To add salt, pepper, chili, whatever you like. Yeah, a bit of salt, that should be fine. There's a cayenne, could like a bit more of that, but yeah. Then I'll add that back in. I'll add the vegetables, and yeah, be back in a bit. So, add all the vegetables into it. Re-add the meat. It's nice. I think I want to add a little bit more water into it. Just a bit. Just remember when you did the seasoning that the potatoes do suck up a lot of the salt, so you need to re-taste it before you serve it. There, a little bit extra water. Yeah, that seems more like the proper thing. So yeah, like that. That'll need to simmer for about an hour, I'd say, or till the potatoes are done. And there we go. One completed stew. Serve it up with a bit of bread. It's lovely. It all in all took about 6 hours to make, with all the boiling. Cutting and stuff, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. This will be food enough for several days or a lot of people. Yeah. I wonder what I'll make next.